Hey everybody, this is Johnny Wilde from the band Blindside Thunder, and I wanted to go over some of the gear that I used on some of the albums and kind of explain what it does and let people kind of know what the difference is, because I don't see a lot of combinations on the internet. So we'll go through a couple things. Pretty much every album that we've ever used, I've used the Mesa Boogie dual rectifier with the multi-watt and the matching cab with vintage 30s. Now, I've used the Les Paul Custom with the Zach Wilde EMG 8185 for pretty much every album except for the last one. And I'll use that live pretty much all the time. However, I was looking for a backup guitar. Now, I have the Green Studio that I've had for years, but I wanted something that had the same kind of maybe tone, same body wood, but more versatility, a little bit lighter on the shoulder, easier to play. And I ended up getting the Ernie Ball Majesty John Petrucci. I've had it for a while, and this is what did the Unchained. Even had time to have him get it signed to the show, but this thing has the ebony fretboard, which I love, stainless steel fret wires, which I love. Has a tremolo on it. I'm not used to using it as much like it was back in the days, but as a Piezo system in it, I can change a bunch of selector levers, and I can punch up a little bit of boost if I need it, up to 20 dB. But the cool part about it is that why am I doing this? I'm making a change because I sat here for hours and days, and I really want to use the Marshall. Really want to use it, guys. I love it. The DSL, I don't care what anybody says, not the 2000, but the DSL. Dude, if you want Zach Wilde's tone, you put it on the crunch channel and you dime out the gain and you put an overdrive in front of it with the level all the way up, the drive to taste, and the tone wherever you want. And that's it right there. But it didn't really cut the mustard for what we were really trying to do on the next albums or going live. And I went back to this and I kept that pedal in, and I took some pedals out, moved pedals around. I've got a box of pedals. I've got everything. You name it, I've got it. But we're on channel 3, which is the high gain channel, and basically this is what it sounds like, you know. It's pretty in your face. It'll rip your face off. So usually what I do is I use a chorus pedal to take a little bit of the edge out and make it a little bit smoother, so to say, just kind of take some of the peaks and valleys out. And I've always used the Boss, or I've used MXR, but then Petrucci came out and put a TC Electronics. TC Electronics are the best line level effects that I've ever heard. Just, I don't know why. But, we're going to try it, see what it sounds like here real quick. Boy, does that make it a little bit different. Now what I did was, not a lot of chorus, but I took the level right at 1 o'clock, speeds at 12, and the depth's about 130, give or take. And that's what works for me, and I can use it even on the clean sound. Then I'm into this, and I put the overdrive in, so let's go without the overdrive, and I'll click it in. Well, it makes everything come out a little bit easier. And then when I put them both together, we got this. It kind of enhances the chorus a little bit more, probably in a soloing mode. But in between the channels, I've actually worked up something pretty nice for channel 2, which nobody really uses. They all go to the 3rd channel, but this is pretty cool. So it's a little bit more subdued, a little bit easier. Just some simple settings, guys. Presence on both channel is about 10. Masters at 10. Gain is at the 130 mark pretty much on both. The bass is at 11 and 11. Mids and 9 o'clock, maybe a little less on this channel, on channel 2. And then the treble is probably about 1 o'clock. Guys, I know they're both kind of very similar, but because their voice slightly different, you get more punch on this third channel, the red channel, than you do on the orange channel. So you've got a little bit of, you know, headroom. On the back side, it's bold. I didn't go spongy. It's full, you know, wide open. You don't see many people talking about this with this. I haven't seen anybody have the dual rectifier in this, or even do a walkthrough. Even some of the equipment. I mean, I have the TC Electronic flashback. I'm probably going to go down to single pedal because I really only need one. It takes up a lot of room, and I really wanted to put the my wah on there. Now I've got a ton of wahs. Guys, I've used the Bad Horsey, I've used the E Wilde, I've used the Petrucci on every album, so I have no idea. I'm looking for probably a better wah, something different. Something, you know, very simple, but you know, that's pretty much the gear I use, and if it's something for you, fine. If not, doesn't mean that I'll never play Marshall again. It just means that right now, this is what we're going with for the new stuff in 2020. There's a lot of push and changes coming for 2020. I think you're gonna like it. We got new merch. We're gonna have new music. We're gonna have new songs, new everything. So we're working on all that. So check us out. Don't forget the Grip It and Rip It series. And don't forget the Rebel guitar. So I'll be adding some more stuff onto that. But other than that, hey man, stay rocking. Blindside Thunder, Mesa Boogie. That's where it's at.